how you want to suck on Dan's cock, how you want to feel Dan inside of you, how Dan is so fucking great, how Dan should be illegal in all states. Maybe you should start bringing me up. It's gross, disgusting, ugly, a fucking ugly freak. A fucking ugly freak. Yeah, better get that makeup on. Guess what? I am fucking you tonight. I'm not fat. I'm losing weight. I am fucking you tonight. And I'm not obese. I'm fucking you. I am fucking you tonight. Fuck you. I am fucking you tonight. I weigh 190 pounds. I'm far from obese. A fucking ugly freak! How many times do I have to say it, Winnie? A fucking ugly freak! Dan. A fucking ugly freak! Who do you love more, me or Dan? It's gross, disgusting, ugly. I am fucking you tonight. Honey, save your juices. I am fucking you tonight. You even sound like you're cheating on me right now. I am fucking you tonight. You're getting fucking laid. I am fucking you tonight. Pussy.
You make no money, you drive a pedal van. You make no money, you drive a pedal van. You make no money, you drive a pedal van. Everybody knows you. It's because you're the pedal man.
That's a fucking gross.
He's fucking gross all the way around.
It makes me want to fucking puke.
And anybody that comes in here and defends him is gross too.
No, you do not understand. I was raised by my mom. I respect women.
Oh, bullshit.
Listen, I have to register as a sex offender. I am not a sex offender. Fucking charge bothers me so fucking much.
This picture. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. I even checked my mic. Excuse me. My goodness. Let's say hello. Hi, Spencer and ADD. Pew. Sad Face, Schrodinger, Kitty, Art Vandalay, some JBD. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. George Glass, I hope your day picks up, honey. Where's your voice? Becca, Drive, Jill Pill, Cahootin, Sprinkle Cake. Aaron, Lauren Legstrong, Blueberry Poi, hi Evil Little McNuggets, Rocket Fuel Foreskin. I might have said hi to you already, but why not twice? Hi David Bowie, Mr. Smearcase. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. This wonderful picture. Let me move it over a little so you can see the chat. The chat's actually working for once. I don't want to jinx it. But it's almost time for Triple Xmas. I hope I get a call from some ho-ho-hos for some special time. I like how Lorne's face fits so perfectly on there. Thank you, Dirty Mutha Fuggin D. Oh, the Charlie Brown tree, right? Lorne cut that down in his yard for some special time. Hi, Charlie. So we're going to get into the third case call.
You're a mean one, Mr. Lorne.
I tried to. This is not Sundays with Claude. This is Babsby barely holding on, trying to do a stream without looking like an asshole. Hi, Lucky Guy and Mandy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. Lorne's proud of his beer supply. Also like his little sandals. His little sandals there. So stupid. So, hopefully, my gosh, sorry. I slept in a little bit today, so I'm still kind of waking up a little bit. So let's get into the third Casey call. Nick wanted to listen to, I think there's some really kind of gross stuff, but not as much as last time. So sorry if there's an echo. I tried to set things up so it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, Nick's in the house. One of the Church of Cod altar boys. Annoying mom with his constant calls. Oh, Duchess. Oh, gosh. Go to the doctor if you're not feeling better, but don't let him touch your fucking knees. Hi, Weird Versions. I love Tickle Tickle. I'm not kissing your ass, but I am kissing your ass a little bit. The fact that you come up, I was kind of thinking about it because I listened to it like 3 or 4 times in a row. I love that you come up with all these kind of different genres of music. It takes a really special kind of person with some real talent to be able to work in different kind of genres like that. I mean, just beside the obvious talent that you have, I could never take Lorne's voice and make it something listenable in a musical way. So, good and you. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with everybody.
At the karaoke bar, and you'll get noticed soon enough.
Tickle Tickle might be my new favorite. It might be my new favorite, and not just because it's got, why would you do this to us? Tickle Tickle. Oh, Weird Versions is amazing. Just kind of all kinds of musical talents out there, and I'm very jealous of it because I gave up on my musical ambitions very early in life. All right, you guys ready to get started? Let's do it. Because I kind of on a time crunch. I have to go to work in a little bit.
Okay, well, you can teach me.
Stayed home from
You'll
work,
be the
so I
first
beat
one to
the
teach
game.
me.
Just licking the vulva.
Oh,
and the
God.
labia.
Okay, whatever those are, you can teach me.
Whatever those are.
Holy.
I keep thinking I've already done this call. I don't think I have, though. It's just gone back a little bit. Just for that, I've already given out my wrench today, but hold on. There you go. Pew pew, Weird Versions, because you're so special. And I love Tickle Tickle. I just can't say enough about it.
I don't know the names of the parts. Casey, what do you want me to say? You don't want me to lie to you.
That's
I've never studied
embarrassing.
it. I've never studied it.
I never
Doesn't
studied
mean that
it.
I've never been.
Lorne misses the point that if you were such a slat, a male slat, which I take exception to, that the phrase male slat implies that sluts are inherently female, but anyway, female. Anyway, I won't go off on my incredibly feminist rants. Such a huge feminist. I never studied it. Lorne, if you were such a slat, like you keep saying, you wouldn't have to study it. You would know, like from experience, what things are.
In it or had it or tasted it or had it.
Well, Nick's getting the education that Lorne never got from his mom. I did warn Nick that this was gross and not to listen to Lorne because he doesn't know what he's talking about. But in one of the more recent Casey calls, Lorne talks about how he learned about sex, and I was kind of shocked at how little he knew.
I mean, you
I've
don't
never
have to
studied
study it.
Well, apparently you do.
Well, you're saying
Something I
you
never-
stuck your tongue all the way in a vagina.
Oh, God, Nick, go out. Leave the room. I forgot. I'm sorry. I can't do it in front of my son. I can't.
My tongue all the way in.
Yeah, that's what you said.
All of what I had of my tongue.
Anyways,
I knew I didn't stick it all the way in her
Jesus
vagina
Christ.
because
Keep in mind, he's lying. He's completely lying. This isn't possible. And people only have sex after they get married.
I'd have to have a hell of a long tongue.
Or you get a disease.
But my whole tongue, I stuck my tongue in all the way, as far as it would go. That's what I meant.
Why? You said you hit the G-spot.
Callie Slime Bucket Witch Lady is very talented as well. She sent me a beautiful picture. I'm going to call it a picture because I don't want to even imply in any way that I'm mocking it. A beautiful picture of my kitties. She's amazingly talented. Hi, Dubsy.
I don't hit the G-spot with Kathy. There was no mistaking on that one.
Oh, not one.
With your tongue.
With my tongue. She even told me that I hit her G-spot.
Either you're lying or she was lying.
Probably both.
Well, maybe she was lying.
Diseases.
And then I
know.
dropped my ice cream
I
cone.
know
that
she
I was
reacted when I
looking
hit a certain spot there.
Nick. That one almost went over my head, dude. He came back in the room, motherfucker.
Well, how'd she react?
G-spot.
Huh?
How did she react?
She wiggled around a lot. And fast.
April, that's a great way to put it. Can the slut word just go away? Because if people didn't do sex, none of us would be here. God ordained all creatures to make. God made us sexual creatures. I believe in God. If you don't, that's fine. I don't want to have a debate about it in the chat. I think God created us to be sexual creatures. Obviously, he didn't create Lorne to be one, but let
How
the
about
boy
her clip?
watch.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm right on that or not. I'm just taking a guess. Told you that already. I don't know. I really don't know if this
Hey,
is
Ren.
do.
Talk about
Okay,
G-spots.
let me explain to you what I have always thought.
Let me explain.
I've always thought that I don't know what the proper name is for it, but the flap on the pussy, the outer flap, I've always thought that was a clip.
I don't even know what he's talking about. I certainly don't have a flap. I really don't know what he's talking about other than the labial folds or the clitoral hood. I don't know what he's talking about. And if he actually met a woman that had flaps, wow, he might be telling the truth about the warm, wet air. I mean, I don't know.
Then I thought that, like, right along by the pussy hole, that there was another one.
I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know what he's talking about on that one.
I don't think even Lorne knows what he's talking about.
I mean, I can't even, I'm trying to picture, and I think I said last time, I'm picturing like a wallet.
Lorne would be a great health teacher.
I never knew that for sure.
That's a minimum of 2
I'm
flaps.
taking a guess at him. I've never known the proper names of them.
She looked like she sat on a grenade. Berber. Hi, Webs. Yeah, flaps is the most unsexy word ever. Baby, god damn, I love your flaps. They're floppy. He also referred to it as floppy. I just don't... He's so gross. I mean, everything about him is so unappealing. Even the way he talks about sex. Tickle, tickle.
You know,
Hi, Joey.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lorne didn't know the terminology of, like, the boys.
Yeah, that kind of
like,
childish thing. Hi, Gorilla Spawn.
Yeah, by
Fat fucking flaps.
What is this outer flap?
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
I think so, ADD.
I don't know. When I was in school, they didn't do sexual education. What they did of sexual education was very little because, then they didn't think it was something they should be teaching.
Okay, I went to school. I've mentioned this. I went to school around the same time. Lorne would have been a grade ahead of me, I would imagine, but miles behind me. They did. And now, granted, I didn't go to school in Maine. I can't speak to the Maine public school system. I did learn about these things in school. It probably wasn't as graphic maybe as it is today. They didn't teach us how to put condoms on bananas and shit like that. But we did learn about, the girls were in one class and the boys were in another class. We learned about boys' bodies and we learned about our own bodies. They probably focused a little more on, how to put a tampon in or a pad or whatever. Sorry, Nick. I know this is gross. But, they did teach the parts of the body. I mean, maybe Maine is backwards. I can't speak to that. I hope they're not. But Lorne talks about this like this was in the 50s, he went to class with Beaver Cleaver and they didn't teach any of that shit. See what I did there?
Ah!
they certainly didn't go through the names of stuff.
Yes, they did.
Because then there would be parents calling them up and complaining.
Yeah, you found out my secret. In my headcanon, Baspy and Lorne went to school together and were best friends until Lorne stopped playing basketball. I wish her.
As far as sex being mentioned in my house growing up, that was long shot for that.
Yeah. Yeah, the teacher would ask me if I liked balls or penis better. God. You guys are terrible.
You said that you love going down on women. You love it.
I do.
There's no way you would be this confused if you did it even one time.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, Gorilla Spawn, we had sex ed Burpsby in the 70s. Burpsby. Yeah, they had sex ed in the 70s. And even if they didn't, people obviously throughout time, tens of thousands of years, have figured out how to do it without a sex ed class, for God's sake.
Except for Lorne.
I'm Paula. You know what's funny? When I was little, my best friend's name was Paula from the time I was probably 3 or 4 until I was 7 or 8. My best friend was Paula, and I always imagined that she became Lauren's obsession later in life.
You can't talk sexually to a child. That's not true.
Go down on a woman. Yeah, you can. That's what the law is.
Joey donated $3. The closest Missouri public schools got us to sex education was serving us tang on field trips.
Thank you, Joey. Serving us tang on field trips. Thank you, honey. You know, yesterday I went shopping to buy, Thanksgiving stuff, and I saw like a thing of tang, and I almost bought it, but I was like, I'm not going to waste money just for a joke. I'm not going to waste $5 or whatever it was, just so I can go, here, Kayla, you want some tang? Here, Mr. Cyber Squeak.
I'm down there to make her feel good. As long as my tongue is moving around and making her feel good, then I'm doing something right. I don't need to know the names of stuff in order to make that happen.
It wouldn't feel good if you're just moving your tongue around randomly.
Yeah. Lorne has like 16 siblings, and his dad was a rad cad. Lorne's dad figured it out. They probably didn't teach him in school. And that is an interesting thought. Lorne never mentions his half-siblings.
Well, it's not all randomly.
I got tang.
At the spot that I know that she's feeling something good, then I stay right in that spot for a bit. But I also figure that she probably doesn't want me to stay in that one spot forever, and I move my tongue around some more.
God, I feel physically ill.
Where? No.
Just no.
Just no.
Huh?
You don't, that's not how you do it. You don't just flap your fucking tongue around, sticking it inside and just licking random parts and stuff. Like, you don't do that.
Okay, well, you can show me how you want me to do it. And that's how I'll do it.
Yeah, Fantastic Planet. I hadn't thought about that. That coupled... I'm sorry, I've got like a frog in my throat. That coupled with him diminishing Winnie and Debbie's relationship as half-sisters is telling. I hadn't thought about that, but that's true. He probably doesn't acknowledge his half-siblings. His dad's a piece of shit. I'm sorry I have to bring this up with you. I love you so fucking much.
Deal?
Can you admit that you've never gone down on a woman before?
No.
Because
Liar.
You know I would know instantly.
You don't want me to lie to you.
Exactly. You know, if we ever had sex, I would know instantly.
Yeah, Gorilla Spawn and my... I have a half... I never call her a half-sister. I feel stupid doing it now, but I have a sister. We have different fathers because my mom was a male slut. I'm just kidding. And I got really mad. My stepmother introduced me once as my sister's half sister, and I got really mad about that. And I said, I'm not a half anything. We're sisters. We grew up together.
You do realize that, right?
Yeah. Like, if you say so.
You say so.
You don't want me to lie to you. I can't tell you yes.
I'll be able to
That's
tell
what
if
you know.
you're a virgin 100%.
Okay. You'll be able to tell.
Your mouth has never touched a vagina. You have never even seen a vagina in person.
If that's what you want to believe, then okay.
You don't even know where the clit is. That's about as much proof as I need.
Yum yum.
Kidding. You keep believing what you want to believe.
That's another tell. Keep believing what you want to believe. I think Lorne, this may be a controversial statement. I think Lorne has at one point attempted sexual contact with a willing person, and was unable to do it, either because of being too drunk or ED or whatever. So I think he's seen a naked woman in real life, but never completed anything.
Just remember, I never lied to you.
Just remember.
Well, you've lied to me multiple times.
Yeah, it's
in
by
this
the pee
call,
hole.
so-
Not from today on.
And I gave you my real phone number, even though you were lying to me. So I'm pretty upset about
Anton.
that.
Why would you be upset about
Hi,
it?
Vipa GTS, Allison.
Because you're lying to me.
No.
Hi, Pete.
That's what you want to think.
Yeah, that's I can't help what you want to think. Here are so many instances of Lorne lying and saying to his catfish, that's what you want to think.
I can't help what you want to think. You want me to not lie to you, so I'm not lying to you. But you don't want to believe that I'm not lying to you, and I can't help that. I'm not going to lie to you, Casey.
Oh, you're so real, Lorne. You're so honest because you're telling me you're not going to lie to me. Wow. I think I'm in love with you. God, he's so stupid.
We've taken a huge step today.
Berber.
Did we, though?
Num num.
Yeah, we did. It's a very huge step. And it's a step we needed to take a long time ago. You're not going to find me lying to you.
You're not going to find me lying to you. Oh my God. I'm going to get a drink of water. That's really gross. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Robert Lyons, I think it's disgusting that Lorne fantasized about getting in Mary Ingle's pantaloons as well. That's just the disgusting person he is. She was just his type, too. I mean, look at her. Blonde hair, blue eyes, almost as blue as his. And a little kid in that show that he could mold into whatever he wanted. And she wouldn't know that he's a virgin.
But I can't help what you want to believe. So I
Can't help it.
Julie, I don't lie to them. They don't question me about it now because they know I'm not lying. Julie, she's...
No, they've just given up on confronting you because you keep lying.
Huh?
Or they've just given up on confronting you since you're a known liar.
No.
No.
Ashley,
Yeah, doofy baby. I got that chest cold hanging on. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go get a drink of water. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back.
first one that I've been able to trust completely for a probation officer. I mean, they get...
Well, you've actually been able to trust all of them. They're your probation officer.
No, I haven't been able to trust all of them.
Well, I mean, you should have been able to, but you have like an
Should have been
issue
able to.
for some reason.
I should have been able to.
They don't trust you either, clearly.
Well, Ashley does.
Oh, George Glass. I'll give you time to go get another bowl of sugar. And I forgot to ask everybody, I hope you've all got your bowls of sugar. Lorne's so creative and interesting that was the best he could come up with. That we're all sitting around, because we're all fat, we're all sitting around eating bowls of Sugar! Yeah, that's it.
Julie does.
He literally could have said anything. They're sitting around eating a bowl of Reese's Pieces. They're sitting around eating hamburgers. Anything, and he comes up with sugar. My voice changer!
Me and Julie are making a lot of progress.
I mean, you
Celsius.
admitted to lying to them, though.
I haven't lied to Ashley and Julie. You're
What
not
a
gonna find me
lover.
lying to you.
I did today, multiple times.
No, you didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't read the thing as well as I should have.
Well, it's just
I'm looking at this picture of Lorne on this video, and it's Casey episode 3. He's taking a selfie in probably a Walmart, and he's in it looks like the school supply section. Lorne, what are you doing in the school supply section? That's what it looks like. I could be wrong, but I see like markers and notebooks and shit like that.
fortunate that this document made you look even
Hi,
worse.
Cybersqueak.
Yeah, obviously, apparently it did. So now I got to discuss it with Ashley and Julie, so I can figure out what the hell's going on with that.
Well, you need to find something that corroborates what you're saying is the truth.
I didn't fail the last polygraph I took.
All right, are we going to ignore the other ones you failed about the child porn?
Oh, what child porn?
The 9-year-old.
I don't know what happened with Shitty Man. I think I fixed it. That was probably, I don't know. That was probably an accident, hopefully. Speed dating in the school supplies at Walmart.
Now on the news?
That wasn't child porn.
Well, you jerked off to it, so it was child porn enough.
No, I didn't jerk off to it. You said that I fantasized about it. I didn't fantasize about it.
Yeah, weird versions. You should probably erase all the notes you've been taking from Lauren's sex education class here. Casey doesn't agree with Lorne on this.
Told him that I was upset about it.
Well, the
never
official
fan- never
report says
fantasized.
differently.
Hi, Precious.
I never fantasized about it. So maybe they're thinking that me being upset about it is me fantasizing about it.
You know, Lorne says we're all sitting around eating bowls of sugar, but didn't he eat like a whole fucking pie one time? Even I haven't done that, and I can eat. I mean, I like, when I eat, it's kind of weird. I eat like one meal a day. But he ate like a whole fucking pie at one point, didn't he?
Maybe they're considering it that way.
Yeah, Jill
I
Pill,
don't
what's
know,
up
but
with
I
that?
gotta find out.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely need to find out, Lauren. I mean, you failed the polygraph.
Yeah, I know.
About
Fantasize.
the fantasies. Killed it
I know.
twice.
Another great point, Fantastic Planet, Lorne. Most people don't have to take polygraphs, let alone multiple. He just talks about these things, like, to his catfish, like, well, it's just an inconvenience that you'll have to put up with if you love me. That's not normal. And I'm a very forgiving person. I'm willing to give people second chances. Lorne doesn't take advantage of second chances, so Lorne's a big fat blueberry pie.
I don't know how I failed it.
Because you lied.
I didn't lie. Maybe it was the way he asked the question.
Yeah, and not to mention fluffer nutters.
I'm going to go over it on the 4th. I'm going to go over it with him. And I'll figure it out.
Good job, sad face. You can do it.
And I will tell you the truth about everything. I'll tell you everything that is said. Whether I'm wrong about something or I'm
Hi,
right
blueberry
about something.
pie.
I'm not going to lie to you about it.
About it.
You've taken a huge step with me, and I don't want us going backwards. So you're literally going to...
Well, then just admit it.
Lorne, you've taken a big step with me. How? How? By reading your report and finding out you're full of shit?
You're literally going to know every thought in my head. I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do.
Oh, Rocket Fuel Foreskin, you're right. Lorne didn't lie. The guy asked him the question wrong, for fuck's sake. That's right.
I am not attracted to kids, period.
Well, except for the girls from high school.
Huh?
Except for the girls from high school.
That's really telling. I'm sorry. I got to go back and hear that part again. He does that a lot, too, when someone asks him a question that he can't answer. Huh? And I think it's to buy time.
I am not attracted to kids, period.
Well, except for the girls from high school.
Huh?
Except for the girls from high school.
Oh, yeah. The big step he's talking about is her calling from her real phone and not a Google number.
What?
Except for the girls from high school?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it that way when I did that.
His bad. Come on, haven't you all ever made a mistake? Like, thinking about boyfriends or girlfriends you had in high school and as an adult, masturbating to thoughts of them as a teenager? Haven't we all done that? His bad. I really hadn't thought about it like that, but ever since you explained it to me, I mean, and that could be true. Like, Lorne didn't see anything wrong with that, and it had to be explained to him. That's really scary. And he doesn't see how that's scary. Lorne, you masturbated to thoughts of teenagers. Whether you knew them in real life and you were a teenager when you knew them or not, it's irrelevant. You masturbated to them as an adult. That's masturbating to thoughts of teenagers. And whether you found their face appealing or their boobs, their beebs, the boobies, whether you found their bodies appealing or their faces or whatever you found appealing about them, you did it. You found them in some way attractive, physically or otherwise. Whether you were romanticizing relationships, wishing you could go back in time and marry your high school sweetheart or whatever. And he didn't have a high school sweetheart, but you know what I mean? It's really scary to me that has to be explained to him. And he doesn't see how terrifying that is for somebody. Why would any woman want to be twisted up with somebody like this, involved with somebody like this? And if you loved me, you'd be willing to go through this shit with me. Yeah, it's way creepier.
If I had thought about it that way, I wouldn't have done it. I promise you, Casey.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, that line of thinking, he could masturbate to the 4 or 5 year old that they were, he has in his like sex inventory that he was in a doghouse with a little girl and they were both 4 or 5 and they showed each other their private parts. So with that rationale, he could masturbate to a 4-year-old.
About anything.
Well, I think I'm going to start talking to you back on the Google number. You can't talk sexually to a child. That's not true.
You want to go? No, yeah, you can. That's what the law is.
Voice 2 Voice donated $3. Lorne is a junk food Nazi. He slams Mama Gwen for eating sweets from the food bank, then slams us for eating bowls of sugar. Adolf Kitty Diddler is on a warpath.
Kitty Diddler. Thank you, Voice to Voice. Yeah, he gives Mama Gwen shit for eating junk food, sweets from the food bank. Let me eat my fucking bowl of sugar unmolested, Lorne. But you can't help but molest someone. Thank you, Voice to Voice.
That's not good.
It was DD87.
Why would you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Probably going to change my number too.
Hi, Dimka.
You made us go backwards, and I think you need to understand how serious that is for me.
No.
Tickle P Shivers. That's funny. I was talking to Nick the other day about Minecraft servers. That's a little rabbit hole I'd love to go down sometime. Nice to see you, Tickle. Tickle, tickle. Hey, son. Nice to see you, WB/H, my favorite. Oh, Nick's in the room. My second favorite son.
No, I didn't make us go backwards, Casey.
He's not listening now. He's playing with his Switch and he's got his headphones on, so I don't hear the Animal Crossing music. Nothing. I'm teasing.
Because you're lying to me.
You do that, we're gonna go way backwards.
Yeah, we went way backwards today.
Hi, James.
No, we went way forwards. So what you're trying to make
He's just gonna gaslight her into thinking they've made huge strides in their relationship.
Something that's going way backwards. Maybe you did it just because you wanted to get the report from me.
Adolf Kitty Diddler.
Why would I do that?
You seem to not want to believe me about anything.
Oh God, he's dusting off that old chestnut. Well, you seem to not want to believe anything, I say. Let me go back a little bit because it's really funny how his tone changes when he's trying to manipulate.
Maybe you did it just because you wanted to get the report from me.
Why would I do that?
You seem to not want to believe me about anything.
What a fucking... I can't even describe the disgust I feel when he does this shit. You seem to not want to believe me about anything. Like she's a bad person for not believing his bullshit. Hey, Cornville Commoner, you should dig into Lion Maker Studios and Minecraft Pedo. It's a huge rabbit hole and it's just like Lorne. I was actually watching a video about Lion Maker yesterday. It's funny you say that.
This report is sickening. Why would I want this?
Basti likes, I have the Museum of Ancient Memes and Internet Culture, so I like to study that.
You seem to not want to believe me about anything.
Because you're lying.
No, I'm not lying to you. I can say that until I'm blue in the face, and you're not going to believe me.
Casey's not actually that mean. She just tells them the harsh truths that we've all been saying for years. You got that right, baby.
That's completely up to you. I can't make you believe me.
In a nut.
You have to want to...
Hi, Lorne Identity. Mwah.
You have to believe me.
You have to want to.
That's not something I can do. I know
you can by telling the truth.
I know
you have a pattern of lying.
Hi, I am the Senate.
No one knows what to believe.
I know what's happened in my life, and I know what goes through my head.
No, you don't.
I'm not going to say that something just because somebody else wants me to say it.
He's so bad at this. I mean, I've had at times in my life seen therapists to help me interpret the way I feel about things or things that have happened in my life. But I can tell you this. I've never had to have anyone explain to me why it's wrong to masturbate to thoughts of kids. Never. I've never had to think about what age of consent laws are in what states, because I'm not attracted to younger people. I've all throughout my life been attracted to people my own age, with the exception of having crushes on like movie stars, things like that. When I was younger, I wasn't interested in older guys. Now that I'm older, I'm definitely not interested in younger guys, and I've never had to have anybody explain that to me. There's never been a misunderstanding as far as that's concerned.
So I need to convince myself of something that doesn't make any sense?
I'm not like that, and I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it!
It's no different than you being stubborn about wanting to be around your friend all the time.
Wow. That statement deserves to be heard again. Again. He's trying to equate him... just listen. Listen.
Make any sense?
I'm not like that, and I'm not going to do it. It's no different than you being stubborn about wanting to be around your friend all the time.
It's no different than you being stubborn about wanting to be around your friend all the time. I have to deconstruct this a little bit. Number one, she's not being stubborn. Lorne thinks if a woman is doing something that he doesn't want them to do, it's because they're being stubborn. No, she's exercising her freedom to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. He's trying to equate her being around a guy all the time as him being attracted to a kid or lying or whatever the fuck he's trying to say here. I don't even know what he's trying to say. What he's trying to do is flip the script so that she's the bad guy, because that's what it's always about with Lorne. wait a minute, Casey. I'm not the bad guy here. You are, because you're being stubborn about hanging out with your guy friend. Fuck you, Lorne. Just fuck you.
I'm not going to lie for somebody just because they want me to lie.
Masturbating to a 9-year-old girl is the same as me spending time with Alex. Is that what you're saying?
And I've never done that. So that's you wanting to believe whatever you want to believe.
You said it.
Oh, thank you, honey. I don't even want to try to pronounce your name, but thank you.
No, I did not say it. I didn't say it, and I never will say it, because it never happened.
Well, this psychiatrist is gonna get in trouble then for lying so much.
Yeah, everybody's lying but Lorne. These professionals are lying just because.
Yeah, these people who have no reason to lie are lying.
People who, don't even know Lorne, apparently, are lying. For what reason? Maria is a part of the Church of God. Why? 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 Why would any of that be so, Lorne? These are professionals, and some of them mental health professionals that have no reason to lie. You're not that important. They don't care about you enough.
Well, I'm going to figure out what's going on with that, because shit's not happening right. It's not happening as I'm saying it, as I'm telling them. Have you ever had anybody try to look so deep into your life that it just blows your mind?
I've never lied to anybody to this extent.
Robophobic says, hi, Nick.
Oh. Have you ever been interrogated constantly?
No, because I don't have a felony on my record, Lorne. Casey doesn't have a felony. He always has to be the victim. He's always the victim. Oh, they're interrogating me. They want to look so far into my past. I've been catfished. Everything that's happened is Lorne's fault. It's his own fault.
No, because what I just
Xavier.
said, I've never lied to anyone like this.
Well, I haven't lied about me. I haven't lied. I didn't lie to them about any of this stuff, and they twisted my words around. I'm not going to say they didn't twist my words around and that I lied to them when I didn't lie to them, and they did twist my words around. And I'm not going to say any different just because somebody wants me to.
Is that Stan? Is Stan laying? Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
He's snoring again.
Well, you failed a test about telling the truth.
I'm sorry about that, Webbs. His own false. I'm an ass. I'm sorry about that. I'll bolt that. It's his own fucking false.
Well, you're trying to say it's true even when
I know
it's
what happened
false.
with that too. I think that one was because of the high school girl that I thought about.
No burps today, Residente. A lot of coughing. Sorry about that.
That I went to high school with.
Well, how do they twist that? How do they twist a yes or no question?
How did they twist that you jacked it to thoughts of teenaged girlfriends that you had? How do they twist that, Lorne? Oh, because I weren't looking at it that way. Now that I know it's wrong, I wouldn't have done it. The fact that you did it in the first fucking place, man, you can't understand that shit. He's so goddamn dense. Lorne, you're right. Lorne has an unwarranted ego. He thinks she should be allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants.
You can't talk sexually to a child. That's not true.
Yeah, you can. That's what the law is.
Dinosaur Tornado donated $3. I was chugging a glass of dumb bitch juice and accidentally knocked my bowl of sugar all over the ground. Shout out to Lorne and my dick because many of them work. Love you, Baps. Dinosaur out.
Thank you, Dinosaur Tornado. Maybe that would help if I had a glass of bitch juice. I still have my bowl of sugar though, so we're all good. Thank you, honey.
How do they twist it? When I tell him one thing and he puts completely the opposite of what I said.
Oh, honey, he's tried to explain his being an 87. He said, sounds an awful lot like attention deficit disorder, doesn't it? Maybe that's why I didn't do so good in school.
That's completely twisting things around.
The lore. Tell me that every time you watch this video, if you're watching it on your phone, you think you've called someone. It's just me. I'm an idiot. That's all. Sorry for the levels.
Hello?
What's happening?
What's happening? This is later. This is a later call. This isn't like right after what they were talking about. What's happening?
Nothing. What's happening with you?
Just talking to a beautiful woman.
Cybersqueak, yeah, that's a great point. Cybersqueak has ADHD. And she was consistently, she's kind of downplaying a little bit. She was consistently on the honor roll in high school. She wasn't on any medication at the time. She was diagnosed as an adult. But she was consistently on the honor roll. I can prove it. I mean, Lorne, ADHD doesn't mean that you're stupid or it's an excuse. Or ADHD doesn't mean you weren't paying attention or that you're inconsiderate to people. It's none of that. I was really pissed when he tried to say he might have ADHD.
On my phone, on my text phone, I was texting with her.
My text phone.
And I'm watching Rocky. In the meantime, in between messages.
So, did Ashley let you hear it, or how did that conversation go?
No, she didn't let me hear it. She just told me about it.
Yeah, thank you, ADD. I can understand why it would piss people off. It doesn't mean, you do bad things or you're a bad person or it makes you want to go molest kids.
What'd she say?
She said that we're both right. That I told him that, well, the same thing I told Sean. And then later
He's so cute.
He had asked me a question if I had fantasies about it or something like that. If I had fantasies about it.
The text phone.
I told her, yeah, that's what I told her. I said, but my
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I did this call, but I don't think I did. Maybe I did. If I did, I apologize. It's still worth hearing again.
My way of thinking of the word fantasy is, it's not. It's not a
little known fact. Drive. I know Cybersqueak was on the honor roll because she's the fruit of my loins.
Long drawn out thing. It's a thought that anybody thinks normally. That's something that would happen to a child.
But you knew what a fantasy was when I was talking to you about it.
Yeah. But when it says fantasy, see, it bothers me because when it's said like that, it makes it seem like I'm sitting down for a long period of time thinking about this. When I'm not sitting
just
down
as
for a
long
long
as
period of time.
So now Lauren's going to debate what the word fantasy means. He will do anything to get out of taking responsibility for even his thoughts. And to be fair, you can't help who you are attracted to. If you're attracted to someone, you're just attracted to someone. If you're attracted to a kid, you better go get some fucking help for that and stop denying that you're attracted to kids. Lauren's going to talk about a fantasy being something where you sit down and have long, drawn-out fucking thoughts about it. Yeah, she's my girl. She must be smart.
Or it's just however long it takes you to masturbate.
You didn't know that, Drive? I thought everybody knew Cybersqueak's my daughter. I mean, just listen to her and you'll know right away.
No, I'm not thinking about it when I'm doing that. Then that's why
Hi, Hunter.
That's why I try not to masturbate when stuff like this is going on because I'm bothered by it. and I don't want thoughts like that in my head.
Well, it says sexual fantasies on the paper.
Well, I know it says sexual.
Yeah, enter the Codverse. Like, there's some arbitrary time limit for it to be a fantasy. If the thought comes unbidden into your head, that's not a fantasy. Now, if the thought comes into your head, if you have sexual thoughts about kids and you don't want them in your head, maybe you ought to cooperate with what they're trying to do with you, Lorne. Maybe you ought to cooperate with rape class and your counselors, and maybe you ought to tell them. I'm sure it would be something to be ashamed of, especially if you didn't want to have those thoughts. But I think Lorne's full of shit. I think he wants to have those thoughts. And I think he does because Lorne is so stupid he can't come up with his own scenarios. He takes news stories about kids getting molested and just thinks about that. But he's not having long, drawn-out thoughts about it. So it's not a fantasy.
Well, fantasies, but I weren't portraying it that way. I was having thoughts about things that could happen to her sexually, and he took sexual fantasies.
Why were you thinking about that during masturbation, though?
I weren't thinking about it during masturbation.
Voice to voice. I told Cybersqueak once before that it embarrassingly took me like 2 whole months until I realized the mother-daughter connection. I've heard Kayla's voice online and thought it was mine. I'm an 87.
I don't have the paper in front of me.
Mother,
I don't know
daughter.
if he said during masturbation, but I weren't thinking about it during masturbation, so I don't know where he got that from.
Well, because the question you found was...
Fair enough. Cyber and I haven't streamed together for quite a while. We used to do it all the time. We'd see each other all the time. We don't see each other as often now. It's been quite a while. There are probably quite a few people, I guess, that aren't aware of that.
Sexual fantasies. And then you said the girl and the 14 stuff.
Yeah, no, I didn't say the 9-year-old girl. I didn't say.
I didn't say.
The 10 to 14. I know what that's about. It's because it's something that. Well, it's like I just texted.
Yeah, I got Cybersqueak into Lornography just like I'm getting Nick into Lornography. It's a family affair.
It's something that Julie's working on with me right now because it's so hard to explain.
I gotta get something. Hold on.
Well,
Where's my work phone?
Well, see, I'm not sure why he said sexual fantasies in that, because I remember telling them that I had thoughts
Hi,
about,
Jason.
Girls that I liked when I was growing up.
Babs shaming Squeak into hanging out just then. I was not doing that. She's going to be over here next week. I was not doing that. I have a history of doing things like that, but I have tried, when it was brought to my attention. Unlike Lorne, I've tried to learn from my mistakes and not do like the passive aggressive, like, if you only spend time with your mom. Oh, fuck.
And it's like the Mary Ingalls.
Hey, edamame.
I had told you already that I had seen her in a more recent movie where she was an adult, but she was one of them.
Okay, drive. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. Sometimes, like I said, I'm an 87.
But then there was just other girls that I liked that I told them about, but I didn't tell them that I was actually having sexual fantasies about them. I just told them that they were girls that I liked when I was growing up.
Why would he even bring that up in therapy or whatever scenario he was in when he was talking to the polygrapher? Just like the 9-year-old. Why would you even bring that up? There's a question for you. I got to ask Cybersqueak, how did you react when your mom introduced you to Lornography? It's not exactly an easy thing to explain to family or friends, yet so damn addictive. Oh, okay. Kayla answered it. Sorry, I'll bolt that.
And I said sometimes I would take my mind back and I would think about them. And
yeah, it's called fantasies.
I don't ever remember. See, that's why it gets so confused to me, and I get it mixed up in my head because there's things that I don't remember and things that I do remember. And Julie's trying to help me get it all straightened out. Trying to help me figure all this shit out of what's going on.
Yeah, voice to voice. I only call Squeak when I need the trash taken out of my trash bucket. Yum, yum.
Stuck.
I'm stuck. I wish Lorne, I'm going to go back a little bit because I was over that. I wish Lorne would elaborate on that a little bit. I think I understand what he's saying. He's mentally stuck at a... He's always... you know how he's always talking about school and basketball and shit that happened in Washington State? He's stuck in that time period. Ever since that time period and getting his OUI and ripping off Betty and going to Nashville and getting arrested. His life has been shit. And no wonder he only talks about school and basketball in 8th grade and, you know, oh, I dated a girl named Denise. We had sex all the time. Yum, yum.
She said it's kind of like I'm stuck. We're trying to figure out why I'm stuck. Why am I? Because of the trauma some of the trauma that I went through when I was a kid. Of the different ways that I was
trauma.
raised, things that happened to me, like I told you about what my brothers did.
Fair enough. I would consider that trauma if it's true. If his brothers did those things to him, which I go back and forth about a lot, and I'm not going to mock. If it's true, yes, that's trauma. And my dad not being there, and me looking up to my oldest brother, as the only real father figure I knew until we had Dale, and then there was no real emotional bond there. There are tons of people who grow up without their father. Some who grow up without their mother. Some who grow up without both, or either, rather. I grew up without a father. My stepfather raised me. My real father, when I say real, the one who donated the sperm to create me, didn't really have anything to do with me. That was painful. It has affected my life in some ways. However, I haven't tried to fuck a kid. I don't use it to explain being an asshole. I'm an asshole on my own. I don't need trauma to do that.
Well, there was, but there wasn't. So there's just a lot of things about it that it traumatized me.
I'm not saying I believe Lorne using this as an excuse. Please don't take it like I think that that's an excuse. I do think Lorne is stuck at that age, or because he wants to be. I'm not a professional, obviously. I don't think it's a good excuse. It shouldn't be used as an excuse. I just mean, I can totally see a therapist saying, hey, Lorne, you got to live in the fucking present, man.
A lot of my life was good. A lot of my childhood. But there was a lot of parts about it that was traumatizing.
Honey Daddy, that's a great way to put it. And I wish I had seen your comment. It probably explains it better than I do. My dad left when I was going into puberty, and that's fucked up lots of stuff, but not my sense of right and wrong. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. I have compassion for people. I have empathy. I don't want to fuck kids just because my dad wouldn't buy me a fucking loaf of bread if I needed it. I mean, for Christ's sake, you had a stepfather. Oh, we didn't have a connection. Wah!
And Julie's helping me to point the stuff out and to figure it all out. And it's not just my family. It's school, too. Because I got basically booted out of the group of friends that I had just because I decided not to play basketball. So I remained quiet for 5 years. I remained quiet and pretty much to myself. They were still my friends, but they weren't.
He's traumatized for getting booted out of his group of friends. from not playing basketball. I mean, for God's sake, Lorne.
More close friends like they were in 6th and 7th grade. And when I came 8th grade, that's when they started booting me out because I decided not to play basketball that year. And so there's a lot of things about my childhood that traumatized me.
Yeah, I think Lorne a lot of times deludes himself into believing that this is real. He said as much that he hangs on in the off chance that any of this is real because he doesn't want to miss an opportunity. Lorne's RSO status makes him, I mean, nobody is going to want to be his friend. His family doesn't even want to be around him.
And she's helping me figure all that out.
So, I'm glad she's helping you figure that out. But what does that have to do with the sexual attraction to kids?
Nothing.
I don't know. But see, that's the other thing is I'm not really sexually attracted to them. I don't get a hard on when I see a kid.
So Lorne defines attraction as getting a hard on when you see someone. That's idiotic. Lorne also thinks doctors constantly get hard-ons, specifically gynecologists. Lorne thinks if he sees a kid and doesn't get a hard-on, that he's not attracted to kids.
What, does Lorne think like a doctor doing open heart surgery is like, oh!
No, he means...
Oh my God!
He thinks doctors for women get erections all the time.
That's what she's trying to help me figure out.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you don't go through Walmart, see a kid, and get a boner, but, I mean, clearly there's some kind of link there. I mean, clearly you have some sort of sexual attraction deep down that is causing, I mean, you must know it because you failed the question.
I gotta give him a
So there must be something in you. You must know something you're not admitting to yourself, at least.
I'm admitting to you right now that I don't know. I don't know what it is.
That's a great theory that everybody in the neighborhood felt sorry for Lorne, and they told their kids, you better play with Lorne. He's special.
All I can tell you is I don't get a hard on when I look at young girls.
Right.
So,
okay. I know you don't get a hard on, but you are attracted to them, and that's what you can't figure out.
Maybe, and that might be part of what she's trying to help me figure out because of my childhood, because of stuff that happened in my childhood. I mean, that must be something that she's seen that I haven't figured out, and she's trying to help me figure it out.
So how is she going to help you figure out that you're attracted to children? What is she going to do?
She's helping me to reparent myself so I can get my mind away from what I was traumatized by and actually live my life now like I am. Because it's like if nothing's ever mentioned this stuff about me or to me, I can continue going on and being me without thinking about the past. But the stuff is constantly mentioned to me all the time.
It's our fault Lorne is still like this.
Yeah,
if we would stop talking about it, he would be able to forget about
That's
the
exactly what I was just thinking, dude. I can live my life if people would stop bringing up my past. I'll just keep going on if nothing's said to me about it. So it's really everybody else's fault for bringing it to his attention and telling him about it. I mean, he just talks in circles. It gives me a headache sometimes.
So it's like my mind is always going back there. And then it's also my...
Yeah, Larry Nasser. Lorne probably looks up to him like a hero.
No, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yum, yum.
When a person thinks better of themselves. What's the word I'm looking for?
Jesus
When
Christ.
a person thinks better of themselves?
Yeah, thinks and feels better of themselves. When they
I'm not trying to make fun of people who maybe aren't so smart. But come on, Lorne. Come on, self-esteem. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like your self-esteem?
Yeah, there we go. Self-esteem. my self-esteem is down because I do think about the past, and I do think about my childhood a lot, and that affects me, even though I don't show it to other people.
It affects
It's
me.
still in my head, and it affects me.
And you think that has some sort of link to why you are actually attracted to
Yeah.
young girls?
Yeah, I know you want to keep saying sexually attracted to them.
I have not seen the new Raptor call. I'll check it out when I'm done. Roy's a pimp, Lorne's a wimp.
Well, that's what it is, Lorne. I mean, I'm just saying what it is.
But see, it's like you. You don't look like a teenager anymore, and I am so attracted to you.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're exclusively attracted to kids. It's just part of what you're attracted to. You could be attracted to both.
Yeah, but
No.
there's not many women in the world that I've been attracted to as much as I've attracted to you.
That's the biggest lie ever. That's the biggest lie. There aren't that many women in the world that I've been as attracted to as you. Oh, Lorne.
Okay, but I mean,
I'm so attracted to you.
But I say
Jesus
that.
Christ.
right.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
Thank you. But that's
Really like.
great. But that doesn't, I mean, you can think I'm the prettiest woman in the world, but that doesn't change that you still have that attraction to the children.
But I don't know why. Because I
Well,
don't.
I know you don't know why. It's not something you just will know. You just are.
But see, it's like Lisa Hartman. I've known of Lisa Hartman since I was.
It's like he'll do anything to get like off this subject or make some kind of excuse. What the fuck does Lisa Hartman have to do with being attracted to kids or being attracted to Casey? Well, it's like Lisa Hartman's face. I've known about Lisa Hartman's face.
I was a teenager. And my God, I was so attracted to her. And to this day, I'm just so attracted to her. And Olivia Newton-John. To this day, I'm still attracted to Olivia Newton-John, and she's 70-something.
Yeah, like I said, you aren't exclusively attracted to kids. You're attracted to people of, a wide range from 9 to 80, whatever.
Well, I'm not attracted to 9.
Well, 10. I don't know how old that girl was on the TV, but you know what I mean.
Lorne he cannot fathom why they would have been under the impression he was attracted to that 9-year-old girl because he brought her up during a polygraph or a session with a therapist. I mean, come on, Lorne, she was on your fucking mind. You weren't bothered by it. You don't care that she's a victim. Fuck you.
But I'm not attracted to her. I was offended by that.
Okay, well, still, you...
Yeah, bad news. Olivia Newton-John has passed away.
From 10
I like Olivia Newton-John. It's not her fault Lorne creeps on her.
to 90 is your, like,
Hi, David.
range, and it, you know?
No, I don't know, because I don't want 10 to even 25 anymore.
Num, 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 num. Oh, that makes you a good guy, dude. You don't want 10 to even 25 anymore. Hey, Lorne, you're 52, you fuck. You're 52. You tried to get with Roeder, who was just 18. You said things that made me sick to my fucking stomach in a baby talk way. If you had a chance to fuck a 17-year-old kid, you would do it. Right?
Right, I know you don't want
Hey,
one,
Brian.
but that doesn't change that you're attracted
Oh, great point, Richard. He's so offended that he watches her every day.
to them. You can't help that. You look at them and say, like, wow, you're beautiful or you're sexy. That doesn't mean you want to
QWERTY.
date one.
Well, that's what it feels like people are saying. That's what it feels like saying.
That's what it feels like.
Children,
They're
not saying you wanna,
shaying.
like, date one. Well, they are saying that, but that's not all they're saying.
But that's what bothers me, though.
It bothers me, guys.
Because when people say stuff, it bothers me when people say stuff.
What part bothers you?
You know, shit. It would bother me a lot.
Saying that.
It would bother me to have, if I had done what Lorne did, any of the things that Lorne did, even one of the things, it would bother me a lot if it was brought up all the time. You choose to engage with these people who bring it up, by the way, Lorne. And I'm not talking about the therapists or anything like that. I'm talking about the catfish. You made that decision to continue communicating with people who threw it in your face.
That I'm attracted to them. It makes me feel like they think that I want to date them.
ADD, great point. He kettles and giggles on the decoy calls. That is Lorne, then and now. Why you rushing? Haven't finished my cigarette. Hear me chewing?
No, they don't all think that you want to date them. Some of them think you want to, like, just have sex with them or, masturbate to them or look at them.
Hey, boo.
Well,
Not all.
I don't want to do that either.
You can't talk sexually to a child. That's not you're attracted.
Yeah, you can. That's what the law is.
That's what the law is.
Edamame donated $3. One thing I fucking hate is how this loser always blames his catfish for wanting to believe something about him. Like it's their fucking fault that they believe he's a pedophile. And if only they didn't want to believe it, it wouldn't be true. Arc.
Oh, that's perfect, Edamame. Thank you very much. Yeah, if only you didn't want to believe that I want to fuck kids, it wouldn't be true. And you keep bringing it up, and that bothers me. When I see a 9-year-old wearing a short skirt, which, by the way, it wasn't a short skirt, it was a shirt. She was wearing leggings. You dumb fuck. You were so focused on that skirt. Thank you, Edamame.
Apparently, there's some part of me that's attracted to them. I don't know what it is.
But wait, didn't you just say there was no part of you that was attracted to kids? And now apparently there is a part of you that's attracted to kids? But you don't fantasize about them because you don't sit down and have long drawn out thoughts about them. Man, this really bothers me.
He's trying to help me figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be attracted to anybody that's underage.
No, I know.
I don't care to be attracted to anybody that, like I said, that's under 25 even.
Right,
I think they're pretty, but I don't want anything.
Well, right, I'm sure other...
Yeah, Roy's a pimp, Lorne's a wimp. He uses qualifiers like apparently or I can't think of another example right now because I'm getting more and more 87 with every minute of this call. But he uses those words to kind of downplay. Well, evidently, there's part of me that's attracted to kids, even though I don't get a hard on every time I see a kid.
Like pedophiles, they don't want to be attracted to kids. It's something you can't help.
But I'm not sexually attracted to them, though.
Oh, my God.
You are. You find them sexually attractive.
I'm glad everybody tells me the way I feel.
I'm glad everybody tells me the way I feel. Lorne, he's just so desperate to get out of this conversation, but he can't because he knows this is the only way Casey is going to continue talking to him. He has to convince her that he's cured.
I'm not telling you, I'm helping you understand because that's what attracted means. I'm not telling you, I'm helping you interpret the answers. When you fail a polygraph question about being attracted to them, and then you come out and say, oh, I don't know why I failed it, but I am attracted to them, I'm helping you come to terms with it. And it's good that you come to terms with it because that's how you're going to be able to learn and grow.
Yes, Edamame. Debbie called him a mosquito dick, buzzing around, wanting to suck something out of her. That's the one where he goes, yeah, but you like me. And it makes me want to drive to Maine and punch him in the dick.
Bro, if you keep denying it, you're not going to get any better.
I've always been attracted to facial features more than anything.
Oh, my God.
Okay, but did you hear what I said?
No.
I heard what you said.
No, because he was desperately trying to think of some defense. But I've always been more attracted to facial features. This is going to give me such a fucking headache. We've got like 8 more minutes of the call to go. We're going to make it through. But get ready for me to start getting really pissed off because he is just talking such fucking nonsense. Just a warning, if you don't like hearing Babs get pissed off, you should probably like log off now.
I heard what you said.
Road trip.
That's good. That's a step in the right direction for you. To acknowledge that you have the attraction to the children, and then you meet with those people like your therapist and probation who are there to help you. They're not there to fuck around with you or anything.
Oops, sorry.
They're there to make sure that you understand these feelings and don't act on them.
But how do I say that I'm sexually attracted to him when I'm not sexually attracted to him?
I wish he had finished that thought, because here's what I'm thinking. How can I say that when I'm not sexually attracted to them? I'm not sexually attracted to them. You're what, Lorne? You're what? I think he's going to try to explain it here. And listen, it's not a critique of the Catfish or anything like that. It's really not. They're doing this like on the fly. Like you're having a conversation with Lorne. You've got to kind of go with wherever direction he's kind of taking it. So please don't take it like a critique.
Okay, go ahead.
I've always been attracted to the face. To the face and to the hair. I've always...
Remember, he just said, I've always been attracted to the face and to the hair. Remember when he was talking about brushing his niece's hair? Because it's cute. I think it's cute. And then he'd take him to Kmart because he spoiled them. He spoiled them by taking them to Kmart and by brushing their hair, a feature which he finds sexually attractive on women, girls. But he didn't have any of those feelings. But he's always been attracted to the face and to the hair, which is what he found enticing about Kayla. Remember that? Remember that? I like blonde.
Love the face and the hair of people, of women, of females.
You're right, Joe.
Okay.
Females. He uses females so much, too, because I don't think he likes saying the word girls because of the connotation. I really find the word, the way he uses it, as disparaging. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Females. Oh, Sadie's a female, so she stomps her feet like all females do to get what they want. What they don't want, Lorne, what we don't want is you. Because you're a fat loser who eats sugar all day. That's not why.
Okay, well, when you say attractive, what are you saying when you say you're attractive?
Ferengi, Lorne. Females should just walk around naked all the time. Ferengi, Lorne.
It's pretty.
Pretty.
Right, so you're attractive.
So he says he understands the word attracted to mean pretty. I think they're pretty. I just think they're pretty. This is his out. This is what he's trying to use as his out. He's attracted. He thinks they're pretty. Lorne, attracted means attracted. That's what it means. You find them appealing in some way. You want to be near them sexually. There's no other way to explain it, Lorne. You weren't there to check on Kayla. You didn't want to help her, be nice to her. You didn't show your dick to her that first night to educate her. Because let me explain something to you, Lorne. You don't fucking know anything about sex. You don't know anything about women. You don't know anything about girls. You don't understand their anatomy. You've never been close to a vagina. Fuck you.
Attracted to what?
The face, mostly.
The face, mostly. Every time I hear this call, I probably repeat the word mostly 50 times. The face, mostly. Mostly. We have to hear your thoughts on his adult sister with her husband giving a sex talk to Lorne when he was almost 18. We're going to get to that, honey. Don't worry. We're going to get to that.
That's what it is.
Mostly.
Well, because it's like Carrie. She wasn't a small girl.
What does Lorne being attracted to a chubby woman, and I don't say that disparagingly. I'll say it like a thick woman. What does that have to do with his attraction to kids? What the fuck does that... Well, take Carrie. Mostly.
Okay, we're
She
talking,
has some weight on her. Huh?
we're talking sexually.
Well, I know. I was attracted to Carrie sexually.
Oh, you win. You've basically got off track with the conversation. Casey's going to forget that you tried to fuck a kid. Great job, Lorne.
She wasn't a small girl, but she had such a pretty face.
Pretty face.
Okay, that's
And
good.
her personality was really nice.
Wow, that's awesome. But that's not what we're talking about. You can have as many crushes on adult women you want.
Hey, I ain't making fun. I'm a thick girl.
That's real nice. What we're talking about is the ones that aren't of it.
Oh, because kids are under 100 pounds. Kids can't be chubby. I don't understand what he means either. Mostly.
The ones that are like, under 18. I'm cool with you finding adult women attractive. I don't care. But I'm saying good that you're admitting that you have the sexual attraction to the younger girl.
Fun fact, I believe, Eelrig, I wonder who Carrie really was. Carrie, Lorne has talked about Carrie to other Catfish, and I believe Carrie was supposed to be LJ's mom. Fun fact.
Because that's what probation wants to hear from you in order to help you.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's trying to do. Y'all want to hear a story of how I dated a girl fatter than myself. Am I a hero? Mostly. You are mostly.
I don't want to be attracted to them.
Oh.
It bothers me.
It bothers me. Let's go back a little bit because he's about to cry. Nothing else is working. So he's going to pull out the old tried and true, never fail.
From you in order to help you.
I don't want to be attracted to them. It bothers me. You think it shouldn't bother me? It bothers me.
Right. But no, they're probably happy that it bothers you.
Does Lorne think that everybody... I don't know. Does he think everybody thinks he loves being a pedo? I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't like the ostracization. Mostly. Does he think that we believe he likes being ostracized? Let's say that. Mostly. I'm sure he doesn't like that he's attracted to kids. But he's attracted to kids and he won't acknowledge it. That's the fucking problem. Not that it bothers him. That's not the problem, Lorne. The problem is you won't get help. You won't accept the help that taxpayers have been paying for years. Hi, Corey.
If it didn't bother you, that would be very disturbing.
It affects my life, though.
Right, but you keep admitting it, and then you backpedal instantly. Like, I know it's hard for you to admit it.
That's why I backpedal, because I don't like admitting it.
I know, Lorne, but think of it this way. You're not saying anything that people don't already know, or like...
Yeah, Rig, that's a great point. He thinks people are teasing him good-naturedly about his offense. That's why he thinks people don't think it should bother him. Yeah, I mean, he's made statements before, like when people leave comments on his videos. Oh, they think I'm just supposed to laugh about it. No, we don't think you're supposed to laugh about it. We're deadly serious, dude, when we say you're fucked. You're completely fucked. We don't want to laugh with you. We want to laugh at you. Get some help. I won't laugh at you anymore. Accept the help. I won't laugh at you anymore. At least not publicly. I'll probably do it privately. I'll move on to something else, dude. We don't want to laugh with you. We're laughing at you, you dumb fuck.
Probation knows. There's a reason you're on probation. I know that you are. What's important is that you realize you are. And then you meet with a professional to help you manage those feelings.
I realize that I am, but I don't like admitting that I am.
All right, so now he's admitted it again. I realize that I am, but I don't like admitting that I am.
No.
Kid fucker.
It's not an easy thing for me to admit.
No, it's not easy for anyone to admit.
It's really scary to me that Lorne will admit this to a catfish because he thinks it gives him a better chance at actually meeting her than he will say it to his therapist. We know he's never said this to his therapist. Someone who is equipped to help him. I'm not saying that the catfish don't do any good, but, you know, I could be wrong. I don't think any of them are licensed therapists. I don't think they've gone to therapy school. Again, not a disparagement. His therapists and counselors are trained to help him. They're specialized to do that. But he'll admit it to a catfish. He's fucked!
I mean, I hate it, though. I despise it.
I hate it, though.
I don't like it at all.
Good. Nobody likes it. You aren't supposed to like it.
Oh, yeah, Richard, he's admitted all this to Debbie, thinking he was going to get laid. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about getting better. He wants his instant gratification. He wants what he wants, and that's it. Lorne lives in his own fucking fantasy world. Everybody else, we're just visitors there. We're all good-naturedly ribbing him at the Church of Cod, except for Xavier. I mean, come on, dude. He said Xavier hacked his computer when he lived in Canaan. What the fuck, dude? We're the only ones who give a shit anything about you. And not in a good way.
Liked it. That would make you...
Yeah, it's a hate crime because I hated it. Picking on a pedophile is a hate crime, guys. He said that.
Even more dangerous. And, you know, admitting it to yourself or not doesn't change the fact that you even said yourself that you avoid masturbating because you're scared you might think of a kid.
He did indeed say that. He was afraid of an unbidden thought, but Lorne couldn't verbalize it correctly, that he would have a thought of a kid pop into his head while he was masturbating. I believe he said he had to have a clear mind. So he can clearly imagine those teenage girls that he dated, supposedly. Num num.
So what we all know what that means. You know what that means. I know what it means. And if you told probation that, or you told the polygrapher that, they all know what it means.
It's my brain who's having the thoughts, not me.
Yeah, it's not his fault,
It's not
guys.
my fault. It's my brain's
It's
fault.
not his fault. His brain is doing it, not him.
Yeah.
You know how much I hate.
We lost the Green Ranger today, huh? Yeah, there's shootings in Colorado. Olivia Newton-John passes away. I'm not mocking any of these things. I'm saying seriously, I'm agreeing with that opinion. And Lorne is still breathing oxygen that belongs to other people.
Hate the sound of that.
I know you hate the sound of it. I already told you it's good that you hate the sound of it. You shouldn't like it. But that's what it's called. Whether you want to say it out loud or not, you know it in your head.
Oh, hey, Boo, wouldn't that be great if Blue Boy was actually one of his probation officers? Maybe they came up with this plan, like, this is the only way we can get him to really listen to us.
I know it.
I've had to stop masturbating before
Because of the thoughts.
because I knew that a thought had popped into my head, and I'd stop right there.
Yeah.
Like, what? And it pissed me off, and that's why I don't masturbate unless I have a clear mind.
Well, so what kind of thought? When you say a thought, like what?
Just a thought of anyone that's underage. Just a thought of a girl.
But like just standing in front.
Chupa grandson, Blue Boy is too effective to be one of his probation officers. Just the thought of a girl. Unbidden. Okay, I'll mostly buy that.
Continuously.
But I don't think Lorne tries to get it out of his head or get away from it.
More Pacific to you.
Yeah, I don't think he stopped either, Witcher. I agree with that. I don't think he stopped.
Front of you, or
Yeah, Xavier has live stream cameras in Lorne's trailer, waiting for Lorne to tear up the floorboards, looking for them like the end of the conversation. Yeah, we all have links to a secret website where we have to put in the password. The password is printer.
what? Like
Yeah, just there. Just putting an image of her face in my head.
A face.
If it passes through, I can't do anything. I just
well,
stop.
who are these girls?
Huh?
Just look like, are these just girls you see?
Huh? How the fuck is Lorne not back in jail? Don't people regularly send his parole officers evidence of his violations, or is Backwoods, Maine genuinely that bad? I think they're that bad. They sent him pictures. This is how I understood it. They sent pictures because they were concerned about their friend Jamie, and they just told him to stop doing that. Lorne naked on top of his trailer. Not just violating probation, but public nudity laws, I would assume. For anybody driving by to see him standing on top of his trailer completely nude.
No, it's just...
Oh, the password you got was Kayla Marie? They changed it to printer.
It doesn't matter who it is. It's just if any image of a girl pops into my head, I just stop.
Did you ever get?
Can you imagine Lorne like using that with probation? Like, I didn't send these pictures. They got them because they have a live stream of my trailer. They got the shower videos because they have a camera in my bathroom. Oh my God! Can you imagine how hilarious that would be?
Okay, Lorne. Well, who were you talking to? Oh my.
An image of
Yeah, naked on top of his trailer.
a boy in your head?
Yeah, the camera is in his shampoo.
Oh, no.
And you knew they
Okay.
were there.
No.
Because you're not attracted to boys.
Not right.
You don't find boys sexually attractive.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so then what does that mean?
Omega, the password that I used last time was Lorne loves little girls. Imagine Lorne bare-ass naked scaling a rickety ladder looking like Clark Griswold.
While you're
Lorne
having sex
loves-
time. What does that mean when the image of a young girl pops into your head?
I know you want me to say it.
I think you want to say it too.
No, I don't want to say that.
No,
I
don't.
think you want to say it, it'll make you feel better.
I don't have any idea, Sky River Rain, why. Lorne loves to expose himself. I'm surprised, frankly, that his early, he doesn't have an early criminal record of exposing himself to people. They make him feel so good.
It means that I'm sexually attracted to girls.
There you go. I'm sexually attracted to girls. You fucking know it. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. This was fantastic. Anything you want to say before we go?
I'm surprised Lorne didn't say I'm sexually attracted to not girls.
I'm sexually attracted to you, honey. Lorne. Lorne is the only person in the world that would think expressing his true thoughts and feelings about children, about sexual attraction, mostly to girls, would bring his catfish closer to him. A woman he's never met. Well, according to Lorne, they've met. They've known each other for a long time. Only Lorne would think that a woman whom he's never met or had a relationship with is going to think that's closeness. Anyway, I'm Casey Sexual. I love Casey. Love Casey. Anyway, thank you for spending your afternoon with me. I have pies to make and bowls of sugar to eat.
So I could spend time with you.
Yeah, I really actually didn't go to work so I could spend time with you. But anyway, I did it from my phone while we were
Are
listening.
you going to listen to the words of the song?
Listen to the words, and you'll know how I feel about you.
I don't want to hear any rap bullshit.
I love rap bullshit. Plug your ears. Gotta fucking spit. Bye, sweethearts.
You right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I want this motherfucker out of my life. I want you right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I fucking cried for Tony Wednesday tonight. They're speaking very fucking low. You haven't told them fucking no. I don't want him out of your fucking home. Now, I want you to fucking tell me right now. Look what you're fucking doing. Did you hear me doing? You don't want the doctor to hear you. Is that motherfucker there, yo? I want you right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I want this motherfucker out of my life. I want you right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I fucking cried for Tony Wednesday tonight. Do you want to lose me? Because that piece of shit. You don't want me. I'm fucking tired of it. I fucking cried for that cocksucker. I am tired of that motherfucker. You don't understand that or what? You're not fucking sorry, you're a slut. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I want you right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I want this motherfucker out of my life. I want you right there and right there, right now. In that same room as you, right now. Get that fucking doctor right there, right now. I fucking cried for Tony Wednesday night. Fuck you, let it come to this.